Welcome back, everyone. Decided to change plans up today. No warning. I had forgotten there's a whole bunch of wrestling I want to watch tonight. I'm an AEW, well, I'm a wrestling fan, but I'm definitely an AEW fan. I've been watching AEW since it started, and it's still holding my interest quite nicely. And they've got their regular show, but they've tacked on like a whole extra, I don't know, hour or something. Basically, it's a free pay-per-view happening on TV tonight, so there's a lot of matches I want to watch. And I know I usually will do these streams in the evening, sometimes a little bit later, but I don't want to do that. Plus, pardon my French. I don't speak French. I am Canadian, so I can say that. Pardon my French. It's hot as balls in Cape Breton right now, and honestly, I'm just sitting here trying not to overheat in my little apartment. So I figured if I'm just sitting here and I was about to play a game anyhow, I thought, you know what, why don't I just stream some Citizen Sleeper and maybe hang out with some other people if they're around this afternoon. I know it's a big ask. I'm a winter person. I don't care for this summer nonsense, really, so I'm sure everybody is outside enjoying that nasty weather. I am not. So I'm hiding inside. I've gotten through a couple of chores. I'll try to do some more later, but I'm just sitting here. I thought, you know what, let's do some Citizen Sleeper, let's do some good, and continue our fundraising for Extra Life, well, specifically for Sick Kids Toronto, but via the incredible organization that is Extra Life. I've been an Extra Life streamer. This is my 6th year. I'm on the super awesome Extra Life Toronto team. I am from Toronto. I just live in Cape Breton now. And I mean, my big connection to any of this, of course, is I am a product of the good work at Sick Kids. As a child, I had leukemia twice. Yeah, I enjoyed it so much the first time, I had it a second time. And thanks to them, and of course my mom knowing that of course I'm going to survive. She was right, they were right. I was 2 and 4, what the hell did I know? And yeah, I'm here today. I've never stopped being a gamer. I learned about Extra Life through the work Rooster Teeth does with them. And then I learned that, yes, they also benefit hospitals in Canada, Sick Kids Toronto. I can choose Sick Kids Toronto and benefit Sick Kids Toronto and be an Extra Life streamer. So, I mean, yeah, it's easy. One of the easiest decisions of my life, of course. So we're here. And, yeah, we're going to continue. Am I an extractor this time? Yeah. I should really get rid of that first game since I don't play it and I just keep getting confused as to which is which. So last we left off, we fought off the hunter. We've got that Feng guy. We're waiting for Feng to come back with his deal because he's supposed to be getting rid of our tracker, but we've still got, I can't remember his name. Well, hold on, let me just check my stuff here. Disable tracker, yeah, so we're waiting Feng to come back. We gotta find Ashton, and Kita wants us to help locate her crew member. We got a lot of work done for her. We got her the one mind, shared mind, or whatever. Nova mind, Neoven, ship mind, that's it. We need to get one for the arcade machine, Neoven. We have to get over to that one part. We gotta find some mushrooms for our boy Emphas, because we like the noodles. And we also have to buy a stabilizer soon, and we're 2 credits away from that. So what else is happening? Got a decent amount of skills going. I haven't saved up yet to start getting into the 2 upgrade point ones. I'm just kind of reinforcing the ones I've got here. So I think anything that was a -1 is a 0 now. I don't think I have -1s for anything. And I don't know if I'll bother with predictive reasoning or thrill seeker yet. I haven't thought about it much, and I might start. See, I like icebreaker. Agent nodes give double data rewards. Hard to kill might be good too. Use scrap components at home to repair a condition. Maybe. Obsessive Haggler, all cryo actions are discounted by 20. Let's see, look at that. See, I always think more resource kind of stuff. Get that out of the way, and then it's easier to maybe, I don't know if even farming, there's kind of farming aspects in this, because there's jobs that are repeatable and stuff like that, but the story seems to jump pretty quickly. I don't know, because a lot of things are on a timer, so you can't just really stop and bank resources for a while and then go back into the story. Yeah. So, alright, so what do we want to focus on here? We need credits is the main... Well, actually I should end the cycle, because look at that, I don't have anything. Tamber Tea House. What's up in there? Tracking habinage. Well, I do have a habinage then. I suppose I could do that. Neutral. Signals for a hacker to come out for the upload. They're downstream. Okay. Well, did something, I suppose. No, I'm not going to spend credits. I've got that perk where I can get my energy back at home. So let's do that. So we'll end the cycle. And we'll see what's up for this new day here. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, we're going to use our 6 on that. There we go. Okay, so let's go back here again. Build a home, repair the unit. Fang chase his leads. Well, he's not around. Free idea then. Extract Hunter by building a ship mind. Yeah, let's try and focus on that. Oh. We'll toggle them. So I need... Clearly I don't have any of that. I don't even have a habitat. 108. Okay, you know what? First, let's go get our thing. Yeah, we gotta get that stabilizer. Because we're already fading, you see, so can't have that. So that's done. That's where we get our stabilizers. What is that? A passkey for an apartment. Oh, right. Found tucked inside a stabilizer file. Unit. Okay. Oh, well, that's new. Survive. Buy a vial of stabilizer. Yeah, I did. Oh. Here we go. As you quickly leave the surgery, eager to be away from Toshiro's glare, you notice something wrapped around the stabilizer vial, clutched tightly in your hand. Yeah, I noticed before that, because I saw my inventory there. You open your hand and a thin film marked with holes and sigils unrolls from around the vial. At one end, it has a hard metal strip, a handle. we're going to do both, I assume. You hold the cloudy film up to the light. It is perforated with ornate pattern of holes. You can make out a word among the markings. Passkey. Is this an entry key for somewhere? Inspect the handle. The metal handle is worn and pitted, but you can see a set of numbers imprinted into it. 207-F, and then crudely scratched into the handle at some later date, low end. Alright, for a moment you consider going back to the surgery to return the key and then quickly think better of it. Did Sabine want you to have this? Obviously. Or is Toshiro passing on a message? Time to head to the low end and find out. Hey, I got a trophy. Planned obsolescence. Oh, good for me. Why is that red? Oh, it's the compressor code. Nah, forget him. Yeah, let's follow this. Unlock the apartment. There we go. As you push the door off on the open, the automatic lights flicker on inside the apartment. They reveal yellowing plastic panels, the curved shape of wall-mounted utility units, the detritus of a routine life arranged on every surface. You step inside, clicking the door shut behind. The amber light of the aging fixtures glaze everything with pale orange. The work surfaces hold a variety of objects, indistinct in the dull lighting. A pale blue light drifts from a doorway at the end of the room. Inspect the surfaces first. Smudges through the thin layer of dust suggest a recent, rare, and hurried visit. They trace a path to the water dispenser, the auto wash, and then to a cabinet still half open. On the shelf sits an empty pill case. Go to the doorway. You cross the cramped utility room with its auto wash, dispensers, water closet towards the doorway. Through the doorway is a dark, warm room lit only by the faint glow of a terminal screen. Let's inspect the room first. A bunk is tucked into the wall, the blankets ruffled. A wall desk glitters with rows of vials and containers. A briefcase lab sits open, loaded with rows of reagents and compounds you do not recognize. In comparison, this room is clean, ordered, and controlled. As you approach the terminal, there is a crackle from somewhere in the dark. Sleeper. Sabine's voice shakily echoes through the apartment. Welcome to my home. I'm sorry I can't be there. I have had to make alternate arrangements. You hear rattling noises, static. I was able to record this message, but I don't dare show my face. Something is happening within Yadigan. I no longer trust them. Their voice becomes distant, slipping behind the background noise. I have something to ask of you. I want you to get me out. Yadigan were supposed to hide me, to protect me. After everything happened, I was desperate. And then after that, I was too tired to care. A noise like waves passes over the recording. But I'm done with them now. I want out. Screw the dead. Uh-oh. But I need insurance, something I can hold against them. I have my suspicions, but I can't be sure. I need information, and as you know, you need me. A pause. Something clicking in the dark. Oh shit. This isn't a threat. You have to understand my position here. I know sleepers. I've been here before. I can help you, but not with Yadigan's noose around my neck. Fair enough. Get me data. Get me information. Get me something I can use against Yadigan. Then I can get out and you can get what you need. Please. Waves of static cut into Sabine's voice. Bring it here to my terminal. I'll get to it when I can. You look around the tiny room and try to imagine Sabine living here, working at the desk, sleeping in the bunk, blinking into the terminal in the dark. The recording cuts static, filling the room with its white hiss, then silence. Let's access the terminal. You sit in front of the humming terminal and hit a few keys. Sabine has left an access port open, but the rest is encrypted, locked away behind passcodes. It seems Sabine might not trust you as much as you may want to think. Fair enough. Why does Sabine need to hide? Who does Sabine need to hide from? And what debt do they owe to Yadigan? You try to assemble the pieces, but too many are missing. The only thing you know is that without stabilizer, your body will die. You glance about the briefcase lab on the desk, its glassware glinting in the dark. You turn and leave, the door clunking shut behind you. Back in the corridor, you notice the scrawled graffiti of a blade on the opposite wall. Yadigan. You feel yourself being drawn into something you don't quite understand. Well, I mean, every day of this game. We got a new drive. Get Sabine out. Alright. And we got 8 credits. We're broke as hell. Very lucky in my real life I'm not that broke. Okay. Well, the Yadigan Rentios. So I guess the next thing I meant to be hacking is Yadigan stuff. So what do we got? I got a 1. Okay. Key node. Yadigan. 3? Nope. Cabbage? 3? Nope. I'm just hacking anything at this point. Key node. 3. Let's see if we can find another Yadigan first. We're running out of stuff. Where's another Habanage? Oh, it'll let me do it. Well, I need that too, so. Cool. Alright. So that's that one. Is it the sealed dock? Oh, it's the ship mine, never mind. No. Hard fabricator. Yeah, we don't have those. Oh, well, that we can do. So I just need to do that 2 more times. Okay. That's cool. Both units. Makeshift apartment. Yeah, we'll work on that eventually. Alright. Well, I do want to also free Neoven, but maybe we'll focus on Sabine. Because Fang doesn't seem to be coming back anytime soon. And I don't think Akita's going anywhere. What was this? Oh, something's coming in the next day, I suppose. So yeah, alright, let's end that day. See if I have to take my stabilizer yet. At least I have it. Can hold out, maybe. Alright. Let us hack. Anything more over here? No. Habanage, Keynote, Habanage, yet again. Dang. Well, that's not helpful. Are just too good. Alright. Well. Okay, let's build that ship mine then. So what do I need for that? So where's the ore exchange? Ore exchange is always hungry for buy a breakdown, sell it off. Input scrap components. I do not have any scrap. shipyard. Will that get me scrap or just money? Cryo, yard hands. Well, I maxed this out. Hey! Cabinet Offices Administration for the shipyard. Tracking yet again. Hey! And I got some scrap. Fragment supply. Sophisticated so the shipyards happen to ship mines. To pay for ship mine fragments. Input a ship mine fragment. No, I want to make a ship mine fragment. Okay, that just opens up more stuff. So... Oh yeah, I think in one of my other playthroughs I started with them as well. Okay, cool. Oh, I got an upgrade. I just have 1 point. Okay, so do I want to do? I don't think I can do these ones yet. Use scrap icebreaker. Yeah, I need. Okay, oh yeah, that's the 2. So, productive reasoning. Dice actions display potential positive and negative outcomes. Don't I already have that? Chance to gain energy after any engage action. Yeah, I'm gonna save up for these, and I think we'll do icebreaker first. And then maybe hard to kill. Yeah, we're gonna wait. Alright, let's meet Lem. From the walkway, the side reel horizon looks impossibly vast, a landscape of plating and frames. All along her flanks, torches flicker, drones maneuver, arc lights glint. The sense of scale of industry is both stunning and strangely unsettling. From the walkway, oh wait, I already read that. She's beautiful, I think. She's quite beautiful, I think. You turn to see a figure a little way down the walkway, leaning at the railing. He is thin, ragged, his work gear poorly fitting and loose. The torches of the side rail horizon flicker in his eyes as he turns to you. Lem, he leans back from the rail, revealing a child standing beside him, staring out at the ship. And this is Mina, he adds with a smile. Hi, Mina. She stares and tucks herself behind Lem, who dutifully picks her up. She's a little slow to trust, aren't you, Mina? She buries her face in the folds of his overalls. Mina looks out from Lem's chest, a dark brown eye twinkling among the rough material. You working on her, then? Lem asks eagerly, gesturing to the vast ship, or just admiring? He shifts Mina's weight to his other arm. I don't think I've worked on it. Let's just say admire. Understandable. He nods, gazing back out at the side rail horizon. You like her too, don't you, Mina? He jostles her a little. I don't know, and if I'm not, he'd be like, oh, I've never seen their work before, you're lying. So, no. She's Mina, and my ticket out of this place. Our escape vector, so to speak. Ship? How? You haven't heard? Anyone who takes a half-an-inch contract on the side rail horizon will be entered into a draw for the transit support crew. He smiles. We won't get to sleep the journey through, but a couple of decades of service will be nothing for me and Mina if it means the landfall on a new world. He winks. Transit support? Someone needs to stay awake to keep the thing running. He straightens up, stretching his back. That's a colony ship, friend. The Celis Foundation is sending thousands to settle a system well outside the reach of the core worlds. It'll be a totally independent colony. No surrogacy, no corporations. Why is it here? Why build it here, you mean? He grins. Don't ask me as much as I know as much as Mina about that. He ruffles Mina's hair thoughtfully. I suppose many corporations weren't too happy about breaking with the idea of surrogacy, setting up somewhere without it feeding back to the core. Maybe Celis got locked out of the corporate shipyards. Sorry, there's something flashing on my monitor. Maybe Celis got locked out of the corporate shipyards and had to go begging for somewhere to set up, homeless, just like Mina and me. Mina responds by pushing his hand away. Daddy, food, pulling an exaggerated grumpy face. She glances furtively at you as she plays with the set of dog tags that hang from Lem's neck. I'm just chatting a little, Meanie. Give Daddy a sec. He turns back to you and you suddenly notice how tired he looks. I'm not on the Havenage crew yet, but I'll work my way in. You can do it too, friend. We have to stick together. He smiles a little shakily and you wonder how long he's been working to break into the official shipyard crew. For sure. He looks up the sidereal horizon as if trying to pull energy from those flickering torches from the vast hull. We've got to hold out, okay? You aren't quite sure if he's talking to you. That's how it works. While he stares out, Mina catches your eye curiously. You agree, Mina? She straightens up and meets your eye. Daddy loves me, she says it startlingly, daring you to question her. Oh, calm down. Lem smiles and shifts. That's it, we hold on. He smiles sheepishly at you. We're just a couple of softies, isn't that right, Mina? He sets her down, standing by his side, and she clings to his leg. Gotta go feed this one. Maybe see you on your shift, huh? He turns and they walk down the walkway away from the shipyard. You see them talking, and then a moment later, Mina turns around and stops. See you, robot! Her shout echoes down the walkway, and she flashes you a parting smile before running to catch up with Lem. You watch them a little before you turn back to the impossible scale of the sidereal horizon. Ticket out. Okay. Tractor, the event. Win a sidereal ticket. Walk your way into a shipyard. Yeah, we can do that. Okay, so sidereal assembly line. Look at that. Structural fitting, systems fitting. Alright. It's all a possibility. Havenage offices. Stuff. Oh, hey, something did show up over there. Scrap freighter. That's what I'm talking about. Buy scrap. Big stuff goes to shipyard, the valve stuff. Okay. Alright. Alright, well, we got lots of stuff now, but we have no dice. So I think I'm gonna have to take that stabilizer to get some more dice. Maybe I should have waited till the morning too. It's probably gonna go down a bit. Yep. Oh well. Alright, first let's hack some stuff. Where's the Adigan stuff? Oh, that's Havenage. Keynode, Havenage, Keynode, Yadigan, there we go. I know I need at least 2 more, so hopefully there's another Yadigan. Yadigan, there we go. Okay. As you turn away from the terminal, the final cache of Yadigan data uploaded, the air crackles with white noise. Sleeper? Sabine's voice, weaker than before, comes through the haze. Sabine? A sigh of relief comes through the layers of noise. The call must be coming in from somewhere on the station. This has to be short. I don't know if Yadigan are monitoring me. Their voice is hushed, silent. You try to focus on it. Data you've been bringing me in from Yadigan agents. There's something in it I don't understand or sure how it rattles through the signal. This data is gleaned from their implants, records of integration with their nervous systems, performance analysis, error rates, usage data. I installed many of these implants, and I didn't enable any of this functionality. Their voice dips under the level of the noise, like a swimmer slipping beneath the water. You listen to the waves for a few seconds before Sabine reemerges. Has to be somehow baked into their wetware's interface. And that's not all. The systems compiling this data are connected to some kind of transmission protocol. It's being broadcast. Wait, why? Every Yadigan enforcer is equipped with black market implants, retinal enhancements, adrenaline boosters, pain suppressors. These implants are gathering data on themselves, on the enforcers' bodies, on their performance. Why? I can't tell. But I can promise you, these foot soldiers have no idea this is going on. The background tone switches, dropping to a grainy rumble. If they knew, I don't imagine they would be happy with the situation. Yadigan could have a mutiny on their hands. You lean toward the terminal, straining to listen to Sabine's faint voice. I need a few cycles to pull this all together, but this might be the information I need to pressure Yannick into releasing my debt. Yannick? He's one of the heads of Yadigan. They pause. It's better you don't know him. Keep it that way. Suddenly, a banging echoes through the call. Sabine's voice is suddenly whispered, I have to go. Come back in 4 cycles. Then the sharp crack of a disconnect, and silence continues. And silence fills the apartment. You step back from the terminal. What does Yadigan have to gain from monitoring its own members? You try to recall what you know about the gang, but you have little to go on. You think of Toshiro, Sabine's minder, his mirrored teardrop implants set below hard eyes. What data could they be gathering, and more importantly, why are they sending? Well, then obviously they know what I look like. You reflexively rub your forehead, trying to think. Can you really trust Sabine? How did they come to be Yadigan's doctor in the first place? You think of their kindness, their care, but also the glazed look of recognition they gave you when they first met you. Pardon me. That look stays in your mind as you slip back into the apartment, glancing around as you close it up and drift into the corridors of the station, unable to shake the unpleasant sensation of being observed. Exactly. We're all monitored and observed one way or the other now. This isn't a distant, creepy-ass future. Ooh, what's up here? Oh yeah, I think I knew that. This is new. Founder's Gap. Hey. Pay for another 100. Jeez. Key to the spacer selling, passing smiles. When you mention a key to the spacer selling passes smiles, they'll give you a discount on passageway to the Greenway. 100 is the discount? Fuck you. God damn. Alright, so that's 4 days for what's-her-face. Not doing Akita's thing anytime soon, if that's going to be another 100 credits. Scrap freighter, outlook bar. We gotta work on that ship mine. That's what I want to work on. And also I'm starving. Guess what? We're going to be spending some credits. Where's my boy Emphas? Damn. There we go. Have an edge. Oh, no. Input a ship mine fragments. To pay for ship mine fragments. Yeah, well, we're trying to make them, so must look. Oh yeah, that's where our thing is. Port exchange. Oh, that just gave me cryo. Oh, okay. Three fragments to make sure. Okay. Well, I'm gonna need scrap first of all. Buy some scrap. That just gave me, okay. Oh, hey. Okay. What is that thing? Oh, the gum box. Take me to 10. Okay. Useful to the right person. Yeah. Negative. God damn it. Alright. Okay. Buy a ship mine fragment? Now you tell me? Crazy. Alright, we'll just take a quick break. Be right back. Okay, well, let's see. So it's 60 to buy a frag mine, which that would have been nice to know earlier. But let's see if we can maybe crawl our way back up to that. 31, that's pretty good. Not bad. Not bad at all. Fabricator. That's to make this ship mine. Well, I've already got. I don't have 3 fragments, so that doesn't help. And delivery. There's a way to make money though. So 43. Scrap freighter. Okay, so let's end. Whoops. We'll end this cycle. And having just double check there. Oh, hey. Happy to pay. There we go. How much will they pay? 32. Okay. Oh, that wasn't it. Nope. Wait, who was buying merchant freighter? That's it. Buy a ship mine, there we go. Punch it! Oh, that's just a fragment. Okay. No, it's my fault for not reading and getting all excited. Alright, so really we wasted money there. What are you gonna do? Not smart, not smart. Trying to fast track it. That would be good for hacking. What's a 3 gonna get me? No, whatever, it's fine. Let's get some scrap. Can't do that anymore, but we can unload. That is a +1, so we'll just use the 5. There we go. Okay, yeah, that's right. I got like 2 more days while it's there, so we gotta figure this out here. Art exchange. Sell components. Play the exchange. Yeah, we got a 6, so let's do that. Sweet. What? Oh yeah, Ethan. Screw that guy. Oh, that's right, waiting. We need cash, man. Express delivery. I need to be fed, I need some money, so... see how that goes. Positive. Nice. Try it again. Negative. Okay. And what are you? You are yet again. Oh, it's a 2. Let me use a 2. Nope. Come on, let me use a 2. Damn it. that sound? Hunter's back. I figured that would happen, but, you know. Try to make the most of all the dice. Those familiar threads wrap around you, bind you, test you. Entities submit. Hunter's strange head bobs in your vision. Your ally and the sealed dock cannot save you. Uh-oh. I lied, I suppose. In that globed head you see whirling strings of data, so many spinning there that they threaten to tear through the skin and whip out into the void around. What happened to this creature? The threads squeeze you and lose... Threads squeeze and you lose any sympathy you might have had. You must escape. Strike! You lash out once more, pushing Hunter back, severing threads that regrow as fast as they are broken. You slip. As you slip away, you realize you have to find a way to deal with Hunter once and for all. This is getting dangerous. Working on it, yo. Alright, so first, let's go to the port exchange. Nope, merchant. Nope. Merchant freighter, thank you. Buy a fragment. Why am I flickering already? Probably because I got in a fight. Okay. Scrap freighter, what can you do for me? Nothing. That's what. And that's where I get the thing. Sell components. Oh. No, I don't have any scrap components. Alright, let's go see Ethan. I have no money for him to steal. Presser is quiet today. The usual crowds are elsewhere, and the pumping music washes over a handful of spacers and a few drunks. Ethan is still in the same stool in the same pool of light. His head is low, close to the bar, and the bartender is ignoring him. Approaching. As you get closer, he lifts his head and turns. Sleeper, time to pay up, is it again? He gestures to the bartender. Come here. Take their chips. No more, Ethan. Ethan doesn't even look at you. He props elbows up on the bar and holds his head. Sleeper, it's been a long cycle. I don't care. He lets out a sigh. He rapidly rubs his eyes with his palms. You're alright. This isn't fun anymore. He reaches towards his holster. His elbow slips and the gun tumbles out. It clatters on the bar and falls to the floor, bouncing on the ground between you. Both you and the bartender look at the gun. Stare at it. Butterfingers, says Ethan, and puts out a hand, beckoning for you to give him the gun, if you would. The bartender looks at you warily. You crouch down and pick up the gun. Point the gun at Ethan. Hand Ethan the gun. Huh. Okay. I can't remember when I did on my other playthrough. I'm thinking I played it cool because I don't want to piss off the bartender. One of the most important things I've learned in life is you make friends with the bartenders and the bouncers. And then they don't perceive you as a problem, and you're usually fine. So I'll hand the gun over. You slap the handle of the gun back in Ethan's hand. Thank you, he hisses. Now where was I? He lazily swings the gun past you and the bartender. Yes, leaving. He stands. Sleeper, while this has been fun, I think I've wrung every last drop out of this place. Time to go home. He waggles the gun towards the door. Let's go see at SNARP. I'm staying. Ethan brings his gun hand to his face and rubs his eye. Well, the bounty pays half, but up to you. And he pulls the trigger. The gun clicks. By now, all the attention in the bar is on you and Ethan, who looks at his gun with a bemused expression. The bartender raises an open hand, and in it are 10 shiny bullets. 10 shiny bullets he took out of Ethan's gun while he was asleep at the bar. Yes! Now I remember. See? Bartenders are the best. Ethan smiles at him. Oh well, he says, and hits you in the head with the butt of the gun. Oh, well, that's not good. You stagger back and drop to a knee. Somewhere nearby, the gun clatters onto the surface. It hits a glancing blow, but it makes your vision swim. Through the blur, you see Ethan wrestle a small, thin slate from his belt and hold it up. Enough of this. I'm logging the job and calling it in. Ethan taps up the slate. No more playing. Your head aches. Ethan taps through a few screens impatiently. He swears and taps again. He starts shouting, a dull echo to your ringing ears. He starts screaming at the slate and throws it across the bar. He crouches down and grabs you by the chin. His face close, his breath heavy with drink. S and Arp just screwed me. He grins maniacally. They canceled the contract. Hell yeah. I don't remember that at all. He stands up. They canceled the contract. He shouts at the ceiling of the compressor. You stand up, struggling to your feet, the sting of the hit fading. Ethan is rubbing his temples, his face pale. You hear a clicking sound, like coins being counted, like bullets being loaded into a magazine. When you shake off the last of the blur, the bartender has Ethan's pistol trained on Ethan's head. Ethan stumbles back towards the middle of the room, all eyes trained on him. I'll kill all of you, he screams. He stumbles into the walls, spinning away towards the door. Wow. I'll be back for that, he shouts at the bartender and lunges out of the compressor. You steady yourself on the bar and catch your breath. The rumble of conversation returns. The bartender goes to say something, but then thinks better of it and begins to clean the bar. After a while, you wander out in the light of the bright market, looking for Ethan around every corner. Well, that worked out nicely. Okay. So I need one more fragment. Fragment I would have had if I maybe just read a little better, but you know, what are you gonna do? Yeah. And the second. Ooh, yeah, that's not good. Not good at all. Alright. Having a job since what can that do for me? You know, maybe I'll do better with the noodles. I don't know yet. We'll feed anyone, so I need that. There we go. Okay, that's helpful. A 2. Will you take a 2? No. Well, 10 crowds, not nothing. Where can I use the those Havenage ones, though. Get a drink, buy rations. Skill upgrade required. Alright. I don't have any scrap. Pressure club. Ethan may be disarmed, but you've dead seen the last of him. Well, he's disarmed anyway. Definitely don't have 100 cryo. Need one more there. Doodles. Timber tea house. Ah, there we go. That's where it is. I've got 3 of them, right? Huh. Ten cryo. That's good. I don't know what the outcome is. Alright, fair enough. As you go to leave Tambor Tea House, a hand falls on your shoulder. Sleeper, how'd you find me? The penguin. Hardin has your hardware. Don't worry about that, he has no idea what to do with it. Fang guides you to a set of stairs to one of the Tambor's lower levels. The tea house is stacked with curved mezzanines, all connected by a central atrium. The levels are filled with makeshift booths and bars, and conversation bounces busily off the metal walls. Fang sees you looking around. This place used to be a fuel tanker's main drum, hence the name. The tea house part is a bit of a misnomer, though. You can get anything the eye offers from this place, but real tea isn't exactly readily available. Well, that would be my hell then, because even on a stupid hot day today, I've had 2 cups of tea, because, you know, Canada's a British colony, and I guess I kept the tea part. Anyway, he picks a booth itself fashioned from some old salvage tanker container lined with spongy insulation foam and collapses into it. He looks around furtively. Furtively? You know, I never use that word, so I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I don't suppose you've seen any Havenage types. They don't usually come out this far. Fang, what's going on? Well, I'm suspended, that's the first thing. And the second thing is, I'm pretty sure Hardin wants to drop me off the rim of the eye. He grins. Doesn't bother me, though. It shows we hit a nerve back there. He picks a scrappy hand-scrawled menu from the table and tosses it over. What are you drinking? Why are you so calm? You know any reason I shouldn't be? He leans in, suddenly concerned, but then waves the idea away. Hold that thought. Let's order first. Fang is right. The menu is ridiculous. There's at least 10 different infusions, most of which you can't make out, but the paper is dominated by an extensive complement of esoteric alcohols and cocktails. Black tea is listed without a price as a seasonal specialty. So you ran into Hardin. Was he pissed? Fang doesn't wait for an answer. That snake is so self-righteous he might actually believe that Erwin would approve of his meritocratic bullshit. Meritocratic. Huh. To look that up. See? Video games will expand your vocabulary. He types on the table. If Havenage was like it should be, okay, like it was founded to be, they would have shouted him down at any council meeting he dared to mention true citizens, he sighs. But I guess his kind run the place now. A young woman with a vine tattoo snaking up her arm turns up at the booth, a slate in hand. Your order? You skim the menu, your eyes glazing over. Time to pick something. Gerol neat, Sambarak, Gerol neat. Fang taps the table to order the same, and you, she begins, looking to Fang. But when she sees him, she suddenly stops. What the? Fang shrinks a little. You're supposed to be working. This is your shift, he grins sheepishly. You work here? Fang waves to be quiet. Look, Jenna, let's just say that this is my break. My friend here has been through a lot. Jenna looks between the two of you. Nod. Fang also starts nodding. 2 minutes, he says, and only because I don't want to be dragged into whatever this is. She gestures at the table and walks off. What? Fang stretches out in the booth. You know how it is, we all have to eat. Plus, this is the best place around here to find a person you might be looking for. Who? Remember that web of connections that Hardin pinged the moment we confronted him? Those are his collaborators, and if we want to understand what a Solheim executive might be getting up to in the Eye, those are the people we have to find. Alright, so we got Solheim, we got Havenage, we've got Yadigan. And then there's a hunter that's trying to kill me. Ethan, well, we don't know what Ethan's going to do next. And we're all stuck in the Eye. I just met a father and daughter. We've got Ankita wants us to go find one of her crew. And then, what's left? We got the pinball machine, needs a ship mine. I'm going to need a stabilizer real soon. So I need more money. I need $118 to finish off the ship mine and get a stabilizer. We got Fang here. Is there anything else? Mushrooms. We gotta find mushrooms. Fang is almost whispering now. There's a couple of them I suspect are in the low end. Oh yeah, we gotta go to the low end. And almost everyone in the low end comes through this place at one time or another. Brings a modified slate out onto the table. I've set this up so that when anyone within the network signature I'm looking for comes into close proximity, it'll mark them. Once they are marked, we can break through their access protocols and get at the good stuff inside. We just have to find them first, hence my moonlighting as a waiter. Suddenly a smile waves across his face. Wait, I have an idea. Oh no. Look, I can't cover enough of low end on my own, and so far I've had no matches in this place. With the two of us, we can cover more ground. What am I getting into? Well, Fang has a hangdog look. We need to get you out and about in the low end, in close proximity to as many people and residents as possible, and as it turns out, my friend Mingy needs some help with deliveries. As in Mingy Express? So you already know I'm perfect. Fang places a tiny receiver on the table. This connects you to my slate and runs the same marketing protocol if you get near any of our targets. So, all you have to do is make some delivery shifts for old Mingy, and soon enough, we'll have the place covered. Fang. Don't give me that. You think I like working here, and I thought you could use the tips. We're in this together, right? Are we? Yes, you think Hardin is happy to have you wandering around the place? He might have let you wander off for now, but I'm sure he has his eye on you. This is on you too, Fang slits the slate back under his clothes. Just head up to Mingy Express, take a delivery shift, and we'll see what shakes up. You manage to find anyone and extract any data, bring it down here to me. They have me on double shifts, so I shouldn't be hard to find. Jenna walks past carrying a tray of drinks and sharply catches Fang's eye. I don't think she's bringing you your drink. He stands. I think it's time we call this meeting to a close. You grab the receiver from the table and slip it into a pocket. See you soon, Sleeper. Stay safe, Fang adds before turning and walking off towards the bar, whistling as he does. Mother... Oh, the quest log just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay. So we need to breathe it in. That's what, yeah. I'm going to get that done. So, 42, okay. Yes, buddy, I know. Cheap. Play the exchange. they won't be back. And the merchants dock. They're gone too. Took too long, they were only there for a day. I need scrap. There's nowhere to work. I don't want to sell ship mine fragments, I want to keep them. Okay, well this is some new stuff. Oh, the side reel, right. Well, I got a +1 to both of those, so I'll definitely be able to do one. I have a spot supporting weld team, a good place to prove you know how to put a ship together, systems team looking for new members, and prove yourself a reliable tech. Prove yourself a reliable tech in your job stay system down. Huh. Keynotes are the only thing that are left. Oh, have an itch. Nope. Yet again. One. Alright. Okay. Ten cryo, that's good. Too short. Oh my god. Now I need the ship behind. Alright, we have to end the cycle. We'll get that ship mined tomorrow. Hopefully, well, suppressor, or the stabilizer is the most important thing.
Yeah.
Seemed like a longer loading screen. I didn't care for that. Alright. On the side reel here. Positive. Beautiful. Okay, so that's that. She's back. 4 cycles have been said, and here you are, right on time with no sign of them. You wait a while in the apartment, the dread descending as the cycle spins onward. They should be here. Check the door. Pace back and forth around the apartment, the rumbling of the station suddenly so present and loud. You go to the door and open it into an empty corridor. You close it again. Check the terminal. Check and double check the terminal for messages or recordings. Nothing. Just a pale glow, silence. And wait. You try to settle down to wait. You sit on the bunk and stare at the tiny room. What the hell are they? Open it. Rabia? Damn it. Ha! Loyal Yadigan, Lieutenant. Motherfucker. Figure stands in the door, and immediately you know it is not Sabine. They are taller, sharper, and something in their face glints in the half-light. A dark shape like a stubby baton hangs loosely from her hand. Our local sleeper, good to finally meet you. She steps into the apartment, glancing around with sharp eyes. What, may I ask, are you doing here? She fixes you with a steady, unwavering stare. Waiting for her friend. Of course, a mutual friend of ours, the good doctor. She walks past you in the apartment, glancing around. We set them up here, you know. This place is one of ours. She picks up a glass from the dispenser and inspects it. People always seem to forget who put them where they are. She glances at you. And I suppose you are here to help? Something like that. Good, good. She puts the glass down and turns to face you. I love to meet helpers. We need so many, but can find so few with the right skills. She spins the baton around her fingers by her side, her eyes not leaving yours. We have a problem, you and I. It seems our friend has disappeared, left without even saying goodbye, which means they are in a little trouble now. But it's the kind of trouble that you need help for, so I thought I'd come down here and take a look at their little hidey hole, and here you are. Help. She looks through the detritus on the side. And what help? A sleeper, no less, which I have to admit is a little surprising. I suggest to me that our friend hasn't been very honest with you either. Stay silent. She looks away. You know, it won't be welcome news, but I'm sorry to report that before we got them set up here, Sabine was working for your owner, as she pauses, SNARP. You blink hard at the news, unsure how to take it. Rabia looks away, waiting for a response. Stay silent. She crosses into the next room, and you follow silently. She sits at the terminal and touches her baton to one of the access ports. A spark. Then the terminal screen skips, encrypted folders emptying themselves before your eyes. In the flicker of files, you see SNARP letterheads and code forms, reports laden with medical data, report marked with the corporate logo like the sigil of some cult. Rabia steps away from the terminal. All you want. Some of your files may even be there. The volume of documents is overwhelming, but they seem to be mostly reports on early emulation test surveys with sleeper candidates, reams and reams of usage data. If Sabine was SNARP employee, why did they help you? Rabia reaches over and places a vial stabilizer on the desk. Breaking your concentration, it shimmers in the screen light. It's viscous, clear liquid, crystalline within the glass. We, of course, keep up the supply. We are more than able to dispense important medicines even without the doctor. You hold it between your fingers, and for a tiny moment you have the urge to crush the object for the power it has over you. I'll ask Toshiro to make those a little cheaper for you. He'll be running the surgery now. Rabia closes up the briefcase lab and holds it at her side. We have to retrieve our assets, of course, but I'm sure you'll understand. Rabia turns on her way out. There's no reason for us to be enemies, Sleeper. Come see me. I keep an office nearby. We have good work to do, you and I. Meet me there in a few cycles. She slips out silently into the corridor. You look around the apartment, and the feel of fear drain out of your body to reveal the tiredness beneath. Well, free stabilizer. That's good. And there's her office. But that means we have some cash for a ship mine. No, but the merchant's not there. Mother trucker. And we don't get scraps. God damn it. Alright. Buy or build a new ship mine. Okay, alright. Let's figure this out. I'm gonna need to make deliveries. But that's not very good, so... I do need food. I got some crap out of that. Neutral. Gotta start working on the apartment at some point. Alright. I don't think I have an engine now. Oh yeah, and how much cheaper is the stuff now? 80. Oh. Yeah, might as well. So we're doing okay with stabilizers. And we are going to use that one now, so I'll have full dice the next day. Whew, look at that. Enough. Okay. We'll try one of Ming's here. Yeah, no, we need to do the express. So, put 0, so I will use the 6 on this one. That started nicely. Okay, so that's good. So that's done. What's blinking over here? Only there one more day. Console close. Oh, we'll be back there in a day. Okay. That's okay there. Yeah, let's work on the side reel. Tech, that's what I've been working on. Okay, so 5. Positive, great. Positive. Hell yeah. So that's done. Okay. Each shift, a crowd of would-be workers gathers outside the shipyard, each of them clinging to a four-digit number printed on the receipt paper. These are their assignment numbers, and you are either called for a shift or you aren't. As you arrive, the crowd is restless and chatter rumbles through the lines. For those who, like you, have graduated to the work team, shifts are guaranteed. Having just walked out of a meeting with a supervisor where you were praised for your efforts, you feel the glow of a job well done. Well, that's always nice. Yet you can't help but feel empathy for those huddled as you pass, waiting for their number to come up. You keep your head down as you leave the shipyard, feeling a little guilty as you do. Hey, Sleeper, wait up, Lem's voice trembles as he shouts above the rumble of the crowd, and you turn to see him pushing through, Mina crying in his arms. Lem! Good to see your friend. He's breathing hard after shouldering through the waiting workers. You made the work team. Good for you. He tries to catch his breath, stroking Mina's hair as she does. Shh, baby, give me a second here. He smiles weakly at you as he comforts her, and her cries start to fade. Out of the crowd, he sets Mina down by his side, shiny cheeks down both of her... shiny streaks down both of her cheeks. There we go. As he does, you see he is clutching an assignment number on a crumpled piece of paper. Waiting on a shift? No. Is Mina okay? She's good, we just had to rush up here. He puts his hand on her shoulder and he clings to his side. Esther, who usually takes her, is sick. Uh-oh. He stretches. I don't know who. A noise sounds from the entrance of Claxon, followed by a list of numbers growing brightly on a display screen. The crowd responds instantly, pushing and pulling as people try to wade through the entry point. Lem stops and turns back towards the crowd, then glances down at the crumpled paper. That's my number. Shit. Mina. He starts patting his pockets on his gear and glancing around. Go, I'll watch her. He blinks a little, staring. Thank you, all. He crutches to Mina. You're going to stay with our friend here, okay? They're going to keep you safe, and... Here, take her back. He shoves it into your hands. She's got food, she's got... Shit, I have to go. He backs away into the crowd. Mina, I'll be back real soon, okay? Be good. Then Lem disappears into the roiling crowd, who are now trying to get into the shipyard before it locks down. Mina stands staring, suddenly small, without Lem at her side. She fixes you with a dark-eyed look you can't quite read. Hey, Mina. She holds the stare unmoving, two parallel tear tracks still glint on her cheeks. Look in the bag. You unlatch the top of the bag and see a few metal containers of fashioned from scrap components, a battered slate on top, blinking a low battery warning, and tucked beside a ragged rabbit, hand sewn. Take the rabbit. You pull the rabbit out of the bag, and its long limbs waggling as you do. Mina goes to jump up and grabs it, but holds herself back. She stands and hugs herself, eyes on the rabbit. What's their name? Mina turns away and looks at the entrance to the shipyard. This isn't going well. Give her the rabbit. You hold the rabbit out, and Mina snatches it from your hand and hugs it tightly without looking away from you. Bun Bun, she says, staring you down, ferocious despite her size. Hi, Bun Bun. You move a little closer as you speak, closing the gap. He doesn't speak, she says. She looks at you suspiciously, but her face softens a little. She waggles Bun Bun in front of you and then walks up to your arm and onto your shoulder where she sits. Where he sits. She pokes your arm a couple times. Are you really a robot? Sort of. Yeah, me too. Mina has some questions. Lots of questions. Questions about how you breathe or if you rust, but before long you were talking about rabbits and what Esther, the lady who usually takes her smells like. Wait. The lady he usually takes her smells like, and whether or not fairies live in the eyes heating pipes. There we go. Didn't know where to put the emphasis. You pass the time like this, sitting side by side on the floor of the walkway as others pass by, sometimes talking, sometimes drawing on the slate, sometimes playing with Bun Bun, the rabbit. And this is how Lem finds you. Just as both of you are starting to yawn, he is dirty and tired, but Mina leaps up his legs and into his arms as he stumbles backwards. And off the railing, and he's dead. They're both dead. You two get on okay? He asks, trying to keep Mina from climbing onto his shoulders. More than okay. Mina shoots you a smile from Lem's arms, her suspicion gone. Well, looks like Meanie can be nice. He pokes her in the ribs, and she squeals in delight. Thank you, friend, I mean it. He gives you a warm and wide smile. I owe you. Look, he glances around. It seems like Esther, the lady who usually watches her, is going to be out for a spell. If you ever have some time, I'd really appreciate you coming down to our place in the low end. If you have time. But now I have to take this one to eat. He plays at biting Mina, and she giggles in response. See you, Sleeper. He waves, and they stumble off down the corridor, drawing gazes from passing spacers as Mina's laughter echoes down the corridor in bright squeals. Well, there's my good deed for that. Another. God help, Lem. Good God. Alright. What I need, though, is a ship mine thing, for crying out loud. Hey, updates available. Do I have two? I have two. Okay. Double data. Use scrap components to repair condition. Hard to come now. We gotta do the double data. Double data. Hell yeah. Alright. Well, speaking of, yet again. Control come. Oh, I guess because it was neutral. Oh no, 2. There we go. I'll take that. Oh yeah, well we're not going over there yet. No, that was Havenage. Yeah. Okay, we got some cash. That is good. Overlook bar. Gaining trust is important though. I'll spend 18 to do that. Get a little hammered. There. Glass shatters on the steel bar beside you and the taunts don't take long to follow. Uh-oh. Hey, Haunt, the spacer calls. The spacer calls Lobro. What are you doing here? He laughs at his own lame joke. Plain human? Ignore him. You hunch a little further, staring at the hundreds of tiny impact points that scar the bar's surface. A hand falls on your shoulder, but as you flinch away, it pats reassuringly. You freeze in place. Tala. Oh. Voice comes from behind you, spat out like a shot. You turn to see bright eyes, dark hair, a stare that could breach the wall and vent you all into a hard vacuum. Wow. As you turn back to the spacer, the second glass comes sailing through the air. Catch. Reach up a hand and the glass shatters across your forearm, showering you in fragments. Through the haze of glass and Girol vapor, you see Talo leap the bar and close the distance to the spacer. The thud as he slams into the wall echoes around the bar like a thunder. Oh, she's the owner of the Overlook. Oh, okay. Got it. It's important to read. Now flanked by other figures quick to their feet, Tala throws the spacer out through the door and stands silhouetted against the rotunda lights. You touch your arm and it feels wet. Someone helps you to your feet and back onto your stool. Broken glass rattles as it is cleared, and a fresh measure of drool is glugged out in front of you. The same hand, warm, heavy, falls on your shoulder once more. He isn't coming back. We don't tolerate that kind of shit here. Tala flops into the stool beside you. Let's get a look at you. Tala wipes the powdered glass from around the wound, and someone places a bottle of alcohol in a metal tin with tweezers on the bar. She disinfects them and then turns to you. That was an ambitious catch, she smiles. Stupid, but ambitious. You don't feel the pain, only the string of status messages your body delivers concerning dermal damage and exposed structures. You do feel the care, though, as Tala's bright eyes search for thick synthetic skin for splinters. Watch her. Tala works with the skill of someone who has had to pick glass splinters from the skin of a stranger before. She hones in on each bright shard, all the time tapping her tweezer tips in little rhymes that only she could follow. Tala smiles to herself. So you've been on the eye long? Just arrived. I thought so. I've only seen you here a couple of times. A splinter clinks into the tin. Not everyone is like that idiot. We don't all hate you. She glances around. Some of the regulars, maybe they fear you, maybe they're just curious, I don't know. But I do know that the Overlook is a safe place. I know what it's like to be new in this place. Trust me, she meets your eye. I'm not trying to convince you of anything or separate you from your chips. I just want you to know that if you need somewhere, you can always come here. I know the rations we've got aren't much, and the company is limited. But if you need work, I'll happily put you behind the bar, and if you need shelter, well, we can discuss that. You'll be safe. I usually have Francis on the door, but he's up in the Greenwell this cycle, haggling with our supplier. Francis tends to be particular about what we serve, even if the clientele is... She places her tweezers in the tin with a clink. That's you, Sleeper. Here. She slides the glass squirrel to you. This'll help. She stops, her hand still on the glass. Wait, does this help? I mean, can you get drunk? Let's find out. She laughs. Don't just sit here too long. I'd hate to see you become a real regular. She walks back around the bar, gathering the glasses as she does, and before long she's retelling how she threw that spacer out to a new group that just wandered in, complete with dramatic actions. She gestures in your direction, and you instinctively look away, but back to the worn surface of the bar. You take a sip of the Girol, the earthy fungal tones fill your senses. What's all the fungus on this place? I hate mushrooms. That's nasty. Anyway. Almost blocking out sight and sound like diving headfirst into a bog. You may not be able to get drunk, but this connection to something grown, something fermented, something old feels good. Really? Sounds nasty. Alright, anyway, Overlook. That's cool. Huh. Power exchange. Yeah, I don't have any scrap. There's nowhere to get scrap. God damn it. Babysit. Oh yeah, so I do need dice for that. So yeah. I figured I would, but I thought I would check. Is that the 100? Yeah. Well, I mean, at least I got the. Oh. Oh, okay. The next task. You work as a junior tech that's qualified to work in the team handling the final tech fit up of the Sidereal Horizons bridge. A vast job. Yeah, it is. Holy shit. That's good though. Havenage takes that, and which one took Havenage? No, not you. Oh, FS, I haven't forgotten you. That's no, I don't have any. Okay. Alright, time down the cycle. Not taking too long to load. Did stuff happen? That's not back yet. That's not back yet. Hello. As you approach the address, Rabia gave you a heavy hand falls on your shoulder. What's your business here? The enforcer grips your shoulder, giving a hint of strength her implants give her as you turn to see the same subsidiary eyes as Rabia and Toshiro, glinting like mirrors on her cheeks. Rabia. Gia, please, the sleeper, or Gia, I'm assuming Gia. The sleeper is here by my invitation. At Rabia's command, the hand immediately loosens and apologetic look replaces the scowl on Gia's face. Of course, Rabia, I'm sorry. Rabia waves her away. Don't worry, I appreciate your protective instincts. She smiles at the enforcer. How about you head to the tambour? They have a delivery coming and they'll need some help with the lifting. Hello. Gia nods and walks away. So, sleeper, you came, I'm glad. I didn't feel like an offer. It didn't feel like an offer. I was curious. Curious is good, she smiles a tight smile. You have to understand, finding you there in Sabine's unit, I wasn't sure where we stood. There are more than a few people on this station who'd rather I was dead. I had to be sure you weren't one of them. I wish you know her. I don't, actually. I'm glad. Rabia begins walking and gestures for you to walk with her. She takes you down a staircase into the bustling walkways of the low end. What do you know about Yadigan? You run the low end? That sounds impressive. We run out of the low end, yes, we don't run it. People with carts push past, moving crates of supplies around the thin and winding passages. Our reputation is one that implies threat. Is that fair to say? We are framed as aggressors, parasites, criminals. She gestures around at the people in the passageway, but when was the last time you saw a lawmaker on the eye, a policeman who makes the laws here? Erwin did. Indeed, you understand the history then, that is good, but Erwin is long dead, Sleeper, and his rules were little more than an optimist manifesto. The eye has changed so much since then. If you had spent your time in the low end, maybe your opinion of us would be different. I haven't been there yet. This is our place, our people. The low end was empty in Irwin's time. They didn't need to house thousands, and keeping the yards and the rotunda safe was work enough. No, the low end was reclaimed later, when the refugees started arriving. Rabia meets your eye. The collapse didn't just happen here on the station. When Solheim collapsed, the entire system felt it. Colonies were abandoned. The moons of Ember and Cinder suddenly gained independence overnight. Some took advantage, some tried to hold it together, some fled. The Eye's become a refuge, and Irwin, to his credit, extended an open hand to everyone, but many within his organization disagreed, and those new arrivals weren't as simple as to corral as they hoped. Rabia leads down through a small market hall, busy with small stalls and traders. Irwin's union was made of workers, administrators, people who were malleable and already organized into hierarchies and networks. The refugees came from different factions and families, were scared, injured, desperate. Conflict was inevitable. Yadigan is a child of that conflict, a child born out of the need for us to stand up and claim our future, to provide security, strength. People call us a gang, but we are a community. I take my position as lieutenant seriously, and from my birth I have worked to earn it. Rabia catches herself before she raises her voice any further, and you both walk in silence for a while along the smells and textures of the low end. You start to wonder if this place could be a home for you too. Where do I come into this? Rabia smiles to herself and thinks for a moment before she responds. I believe that you understand the importance of a refuge, so I also believe that you wish to help keep this place safe. She exhales quietly. For this reason, I would like you to trust me. I do not know what Sabine told you about us, but I imagine it was not good. I'll be honest with you, Sleeper, I was never comfortable with having Sabine as part of Yadigan, an ex-corporate employee. It goes against our nature, but their deal was with Yannick. I kept my distance, made sure Sabine had their surgery, kept it supplied, and that was all. But I cannot allow people to go back on the promises they've made us. Yadigan has not lasted this long because it is a charity. We offer and ask for support. Any betrayal will be treated as an attack. They were trapped, desperate. Many on the IR, Sleeper, I'm sorry, but we must ask that our debts be paid in full. Sabine found something. Please, I don't want to hear their accusations. They only wanted to escape their debt, but they would have said anything. But where are they now to stand behind their claims? I'll find them. As will we. You realize that Rabia has led you in a loop, and together you both come up to a staircase to the walkway where you met. You're free to go, Sleeper. I have said what I wish to say. She looks out through the windows of the walkway. I would protect this place with my life, as it has protected me. I want to make that clear. She turns back. However, if you wish to come under its protection, I can help you. Return here if you wish, and there will be tasks for you to complete. You will be able to see Yadigan, to see the low end with your own eyes, not as others frame us. As for Sabine, I will not ask you to betray them, but if they contact you again, consider their motivations carefully. Okay, well that's interesting. With that, Rabia leaves, slipping back into her office while you stare out at the countless units, each a home, each with a story that make up the low end. So, do I somehow just get free passage to the low end? Or no, this is the low end over here, isn't it? I don't know. Now what? Hack Hardin's network. Locate Hardin's low-end agents. Help them work. Work for Rabia. Spend time as a Yadigan enforcer. I can do that just yet. Oh, I gotta get that damn ship mined. Anyway. So, probably nothing worth hacking, so let's get some side rail work done. Especially the interface over here. So, I got a +1, so we can save that 6. Make some cash. It's a 4? Okay. So maybe we still got positive. Hell yeah. Sweet. Alright, good. I want to get a dent into that for sure. Have an edge. Okay. will need to change that if you want access to loans, residents, and facilities. Yeah, I guess I will. Neutral. Okay. Yeah. This book, scale, this book. Enter this book. Fuck with all that, but yeah, let's have a full energy, nice. At the end of the day, Mina curls up in your lap as your reader of stories. She's asleep when Lem gets back, and you two eat together. Oh, that's nice. Alright. That was a good day. How we doing on time? Okay, a couple more days. And what I'm gonna start tomorrow, I think we're gonna be doing a Sunday morning breakfast stream. I think we'll start doing that when if I stream on a Sunday. So we're gonna try and get that new tradition going. See how it works out. Because once Sunday hits, then I gotta start thinking about work. Going back to work. It's a great job. It's a nice little 9-to-5 desk job. But, you know, my home is better and all the stuff in it. Alright, so yeah, we don't need the stabilizer and the cycle. So, Scrap Freighter is back. The Orc Exchange. Orc Exchange is always hungry for new hardware. Break down your average supply of input, scrap components. Okay. Fabricator. Right. So let us get some scrap components. Straight up buy some scrap. That just sells components. Okay, so that didn't do anything for me. Still 4 on that because I just need 1. Hey, look at that caster. Curious benefits. Cross between 2 walls of units, one of the cavernous streets at the center of the low end. The pressurized bridge is full of the clack of tabla, the shouts of children, the whir of air filters. Sleeper, you turn to see a man sitting at a tablet table alone, somehow untouched by the hustle and bustle of the people around. He gestures to the stool to the opposite side. Sit. I'll sit. You sit at the metal stool and he stares and he starts setting out the board with counters, or at least the filter caps low enders typically use in their place. Caster, he says by the way of introduction, looking over his glasses. Night or day? He asks, gesturing at the caps, crudely sprayed white and black. Night. He nods. The black counters are already on your side. Let's begin. You take a classic die each, pitted and worn, and roll to determine who starts. Caster rolls a 6, you a 4. I lead. He smiles and begins to move his first cap precisely along the board. Play passes back and forth between you. The dice changing hands and the caps spread along the board. As it does, Caster speaks, eyes not leaving the caps. It's unusual to see a sleeper on the eye, that's why I wanted to play you. You take your turn, rolling a 5 and a 6. Yeah, I'll play carefully. After all, a sleeper's mind must be somehow differently to a human one, being emulated, I mean. As Caster talks, you build up a wall of caps, stacking them safely across the board. Progress is slow, but you remain unexposed. I don't mean to offend you, Caster meets your eye. I merely see that you are by definition different. What has been subtracted in the emulation, what has been added. He slides a single cap onto an open point, a risk, and an opportunity. He hands you the dice. Do you ever think about the sleeper, about what you were before and what you are now? Always. You roll a double 1 and solidify your wall, Caster whistles. A holding game, commendable. It can be brave to build from what came before. He rolls the dice and leaps your wall in a single move. But we cannot idle too long, sleeper. The slower we move, the sooner we are caught. The past you is not just an idea, a concept for you. It is a living, breathing person. He looks over his glasses, his bright eyes, and his eyes bright and wide. Split from them like a shadow splitting from its caster. They may be sleeping now, yes, but one day they will awake and carry on within their lives, unaware of your fate, no matter what it may be. He hands you the dice, smiling. You're a branch severed from the main trunk, an offshoot. He refuses to die, so to speak. You roll again under pressure now, trying to slip your caps out from under Casters before he solidifies control of the game. So what am I curious about is how you see yourself in all of this, Caster asks. What does this tangle of truce make you? Driven. Caster laughs. That much is obvious, sleeper. I see it in your eyes. You're eager to make all this count for something. Caster looks away through the glass to the crowded units on the wall. But driven towards what? He starts removing caps, his home board now full. Is there an end here, or just endurance? You try a few more rolls, attempting to get back in the game, but Caster clears his home board with a sense of the inevitable. He has known he was winning for a while. I feel I may have pushed too far. He slides another cap from the board. I apologize. Your curiosity has a habit of getting the better of you. Better of me. You roll to return a cap to the board, but all the spaces are blocked. Caster claps his hands apologetically. You play well, really. Your weakness is not your game. He smiles warmly. We have much to learn from each other. He slides the glasses back up his nose and sits back. I feel we could share knowledge, ideas, perhaps even data. He glints. His eyes glint with the last word. To our mutual benefit. He slides his final cap from the board. It's over. He has won. I'll see. Please, I don't want to make you uncomfortable. My intention is only to help you endure here, and if I am able, feed my curiosities. The game over, you notice the bustle of the walkway once more, the call of the children, the deliveries, the arguments and reconciliations. They wash over you as you stand and leave, Caster nodding goodbye as you do. Crossing the walkway, you replay the moves of the game in your mind, looking for an opening you are sure was there. Cool. Oh, Caster's table. Alright, so let's deal with Caster. 5 of those. Well, that is a lot. Alright, let's get some work done on the side reel. Hey, positive. Alright. Good. Chipping away at the side rails. That's fine. Half an inch. What do you got? Buy some scrap. But can I turn the scrap into anything? That's my question. This just sells them off, so that doesn't help me. I don't have any data? Alright, also hack some shit. Two. Good. Perk icebreaker. There we go. That's good. Hunt will be back soon. Offer off 3 days, 4 days. Damn it. Yeah. Okay. Finally making some cash though, so that's good. Let's see what the next day brings with Ethan. Yeah, already losing dice. Stabilizers, man. Oh, no, Ethan's still one more day. Excuse me. Collect tithes, patrol the ward. However you feel about Yadigan, it seems Rumor is your best chance to get insight into the organization. Well, that is true. I don't get a +1 to any of those, so... I'll do that when I'm full health. Let's try and get some decent work on this side rail here. Do that at least. Neutral. Good enough. Okay, have an inch. Empty container. See what's up in the overlook. Fire shift. I don't know. Oh, right. I knew that. Yadigan? Yadigan. Icebreaker, good. It's 4. Oh yeah, the 100's here. No, it's not gonna let me do that. Habitage is fine, but yeah. 2. There we go. Oh, that's Habitage again. Damn it. Well, Habitage is. Side rail. What can I get away with a 3? There's a chance that'll screw up. I don't want to do that. Helium crossing merchant. Oh, that's the merchant. Alright, I'll unload some containers here. Hopefully this will work. And neutral. Sweet. Alright, so let's go buy a stabilizer, because I'm about to use one. Well, maybe I'm not about to use one, but oh, I have money. Buy one. Starving. That's not good. Oh, actually no. Oh. Oh, he looks like shit. You miss me? Ethan smiles a ragged smile at you. Walk away. Ethan follows along and you notice he is limping. Come on, Sleeper, just a little joke. I know you have a sense of humor. You look at him, he is paler than usual, hunched. He is sporting a black eye and more than a few cycles of beard growth. That's no way to treat an old friend. Get lost. Ethan's face drops along with all the pretense of friendliness. I think you'll want to hear this, Sleeper. I think you'll really want to hear this. I doubt it. Ethan ignores you. This is big, really big stuff about you. He seems more jittery than usual. You remember now how S and ARP canceled the contract on you, the contract I was going to collect? Seriously, Ethan? Well, I'm guessing you were pretty happy about that shit. Overjoyed? Me? I lost everything, but let's not worry about that. He smiles sarcastically. And so, what do you think? That was it? I was just glad you didn't have to stand silent. Well, it was, except, Ethan leaves a dramatic pause. What if old S and ARP gave the bounty to someone else? Someone who was even more of a shithead than yours truly? You are bluffing. What a disaster would that be? Sure, you could think that. But then you'll wake up, or not, with a bullet in your head one of these cycles. And if you could think, which you won't be able to because of the bullet, you'd be thinking, oh, I wish I'd listened to Ethan. He grins. Ethan fishes around his pocket for a slip of paper. I've been speaking to some friends you see, some colleagues, about what went down, and it turns out S&R canceled all their bounty contracts, the whole lot. It seems they brought someone in-house, some guy who did so well in their last contract that they got offered a job, he leans in. Apparently, he made a hit on this ship called the Winter Wonderland, or something. Sounds familiar. It was something smuggling sleepers out from under S&R's big corporate nose. He killed the crew and blew up the ship. Ethan whistles. Hey, that's the ship I came in on. Well, it wasn't called the Winter Wonderland, it was called whatever it was, but yeah. They called him Hemwick Winterlight, that's it. Or Maywick, or something. He gives up looking from the paper. I forget. Why are you telling me this? Because I'm your friend, Ethan says, looking in the eye, and friends help each other out. Ethan runs his hands through his greasy hair. Given this new information I brought to light, it seems you are in need of protection. Wait for the pitch. I, meanwhile, am in need of assistance in kind. It turns out I upset some people at the compressor the last time we were there, the owners, and they say they'll space me unless I work off the debt. Seems they are that kind of businessmen. He grimaces. I would pay them, but he shrugs and turns out jacket pockets inside out in a mime of poverty. He looks pitiful, even if more so for his clownish acting. I don't need you. You should be glad, the anger rising in it, that I came here and told you this. You think anyone is looking out for you? You are a contracted nail on a list. He kicks the wall. Ethan rubs his temples. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being a shit and trying to kill you and whacking that thick skull of yours. He sighs. You think I want to go up against this guy, but us? He jabs a finger between the two of you. We don't have a choice. So you keep me from getting killed and I'll do the same for you. We can help each other out. A straight 50-50 deal. I'm not asking for a favor. Think about it. I'm at the compressor, every cycle, working. Just think about Maywick. Think about the cold SNR shit on his way here. The cold-eyed SNR shit on his way here from the core systems. He smiles. That should give you the motivation you need. Ethan swaggers off down the corridor, throwing his jacket over his shoulder. Can't wait to be working with you, he shouts. Well, fuck. Gain Ethan's protection. Somehow you're once again helping Ethan. This time he's out for protection. I guess I'm supposed to do so. Fine. Okay. 2 more days for that. Yad again, and a couple. Oh hell, I got the thing for it. Wait, let's finish off Yad again first. Boom. Okay. Then have an inch. But that perk is just paying for itself already. Keynote. Avanage. Alright. Extract. Beautiful. Let's go see our new friend. That got me a stabilizer. Holy shit. And that got me a ship mind? Well, fuck. Caster's the best. We get to free the pinball machine. Sleeper must express plan before we begin. Neovend is impatient. The prospect of being free of the vending machine. Clearly too much to take. Shipmind has no output features. Will be mute until slotted. What's the plan? Servo motors in the machine begin to rev. Neovend's anxiety clear. First imprint shipmind, then slot imprint and shipmind into physical ports close to Hunter Nest. Once slotted, will track Hunter at each. Tracking will find Core Nest. Slot shipmind at Core Nest, show Hunter data to Hunter. Hunter will conclude sentience. Hunter will involve Killer. And Killer will kill. Yes, the lights on the vending machine cycle as Neovend prepares physical ports, likely sealed in old station, will need keys, but yes, simple, the vending machine rocks a little. Any questions before imprinting? Why slot you physically? I cannot access via network, too dangerous. Hunter would find immediately. The lights flicker. I'm not like you, hybrid. I'm native to Am native to cloud. Easy prey. What's the core nest? Hunter keeps central data storage. Protocol must keep data outside self, linked to secondary nests. Can triangulate from there. That's it. Let's start. The sound of all the servo motors starting up at once is painful. The screeches rattle from the hard surfaces of the sealed dock and come back at all angles. Neovent, better be quick or Habitat Security will be here. Neovent's voice appears among the squeals like a whisper carried by the wind. Machine is not designed for this task. Few sensors, limited inputs. I work blind. Wish me luck. In the top part of the compartment, a set of arms align with the ship mine, clunkily scraping against it. Can I help? Silence best. Also, machine ignite, put out fire. Yeah, I can do that. The metal creaks as the servos open the ship mine. Its layers of silicon nested like an onion skin. Once open, the main arm of the machine rapidly shifts back and forth, realigning the microscopic components, accessing and rewriting them, imprinting Neobind into its physical form. As you watch the hypnotic motion, your mind drifts to your own creation. What processes were used to emulate your mind to copy the neural structure of that person who, as far as you know, still sleeps in some distant facility? What was lost? In what ways are you a copy of that person, and in what ways are you something new? You know this much: you are a convenient loophole, a way of circumventing the legality of sentient AI. After all, you are an emulation, not a true digital being. You are neurologically limited, still human. But what would you become if you could escape its frame? Where then would the limits lie? Screeching stops, the machine powers down, dropping the bay into the darkness. In the toy compartment, the ship mind is whole again. Top compartment. Toy compartment. You reach up and take it down, heavy and cold to the touch. Is Neovent inside the thing, or did the process fail? There's only one way to know. Time to find a nest to slot them into. Insert mine. Trophy earned. Hell yeah. Deal with Hunter. Slot imprinted ship mind. You can do that. I mean, presumably. I don't know. Server unit. Do we have that? Is that what we have? Unlock the server unit. Antenna wires as thick as your arm crowd around the server unit. Sealed by a maglock. This must be the place. Where exactly do I get encrypted keys? Input 1 encrypted key. Input an encrypted key. Where do I get an encrypted key? Quest log is just out of control. Alright, where am I supposed to get an encrypted key? That's what I want to know. Also, I'm starving. Ah, much better. Actually, yeah, we've opened up stuff. Let's see. Where is it? There it is. Is that anywhere new? No. Roll caps, that was the overlook. Buy rations, bar shift. Norbert Clientele can be a tough crowd, but you have Talos backing, and that means a lot. I do want to work on that. Okay, anyway, we're getting sidetracked here. deal with Hunter. Slot the imprinted mine in us, so how do I get the goddamn keys? Drone bay. One encrypted key. Where do I get encrypted key? It's not where. 5H offices, drone bay, empty container. C4, the overlook. Will that give me a key? No. Work the front, work the back. Ethan's dead. Oh, I see. Ethan has to work off his debt if he wants to keep breathing. Yeah, get dispensary. Caster's a better dispensary than that. Yeah. If you have enough, salvage fragments can be reassembled with the fabricator. Oh yeah, I knew that. Okay. Atrium. I need to look where I get encrypted keys. Hold on. To Google. If it's not anything quick, we are going to end the stream. So, CitizenSleeper encrypted key. Neo and the vending machine inputs. Oh, no, that's telling me about quests. I don't want to do that. Items and data, there we go. Imprinted ship mine, Corvette caps, ship miner fragment, second guns, grill caps used for cooking. Oh yeah. Where the hell are they? Fermented into alcohol, so overdrive them, can be cooked. Yeah, but where are they? Source, Greenway mushroom grows. Okay. Well, that's all well good. Encrypted key, drive item. There we are. Source, data cloud. I need more information than that. Find the seal mouse and complete all expression in order to use the mag lock key. You need to switch to hacking mode and extract any 2 key nodes. Thank you. Key nodes. Key nodes. Okay. Key nodes. Of course. Of course, of course, of course. Alright. Maywick. Oh god. Mag out. Nope. Okay. You know. Seriously? Okay. There's my encrypted key, anyway. Nope. Nope. One for that. Have an inch. Okay. Sealed hunter nest. Erratic whirring inside. This must be the place. I have to do more of those? Oh, there's one. Wait, do I have any more keys? I don't have any more keys. Oh, there's rock. Keynote. You son of a bitch. Really? I'm not gonna be able to do this because my dice are too high? What the hell's happening? Alright. Well, you know what? We gotta go help dumbass. Because what's his face is coming. Neutral. Son of a gun. No, you know what? No. Side reel. I'm working on shit. Oh, yeah, there's a thing though. I got tons of time on that. What's his face? Oh, yeah, Overlook. I do want to make an impression here, though, too. Yeah, let's do this one. Tip? Well, I like that. That is a good time. Okay. Alright. Well, we're going to do one more. We'll use a thing. Oh, I should get food. I'm starving again. Well, you know what? Let's eat at the Overlook. Great. Good. That's stuff to hack with. What are you? You're not a key node. I don't want you. Nope. Key node. Did that one. Tangled us, that's the, yeah, okay. Oh shit, okay, here we go, here we go. As you leave the nest, something flips. You find yourself inverted, floating, dragged by one arm through the cloud. The threads shift and realign as if they are leading you somewhere. Look at your hand. You look down, expecting to see the heavy cylinder of the ship mind in your hand, but it's in its place in the orrery. A sphere so bright it burns your eyes is surrounded by rings and orbits, other spheres tracing silken lines through space. As you go closer, still, you pick out 1,000 sigils of 1,000 stations and ships flowing like smoke, like dust. You look up and see a corridor, a canyon, a street in the low end. On either side, buildings flicker with markers of activity, sigils showing network access, data transfers, download, upload. Between them, dance ghosts. Protocols carrying or mirroring or shadowing. Sometimes silent, sometimes chaotic. This place moves. Sorry, I just suppress a burp because I'm all classy and shit. This place moves unlike any digital space you ever imagined. Something strange is happening here. Then you see it. Below the stacked rooms, the units and apartments, the wires and the pipes and the buzzing systems that run through it all. In the warrens, beneath the low end, is the hunter's core nest. This is where you must go. Okay. And how am I finding the core nest? Trend tracking. Okay. Well, I do have a plus to interface. No. Well, I don't know if I want to do that just yet. How many points do I have? Just one? Yeah. No, let's work on shitheads thing. Okay. Put one in for there. Where's the clock? Neutral, I'll take it. Alright. It's a pretty good dent, I think. We will get some food though. Memphis. There we go. Energy Express, Longinic, Caster's Table, Me's Office. Free Spoke. Yeah, I'm not gonna go over there just yet. Alright, so we got a ton of stuff. So clock's ticking with a bunch of things here. Alright. I mean, deal with Hunter, because that thing's annoying, so I'd wait to get that done. I've been working on that for a while already. And then we have disable your tracker with this asshat Fang. Oh my god, it just keeps going and going. So we have to do more deliveries to get info for him. Yeah, Kita's getting tossed on the back burner there. We are going to need Ethan's protection, so that's kind of a bit more to the forefront. Yeah, I got to figure out where to get Griotcast, but I just assume need more access into the Greenway and stuff. Locate Hardin's low. Yeah, see, I got to get into stuff into low end. That's what all that is. Yeah, because disable your tracker is the overall thing, which is helping Fang, and then that's hack Hardin's network. I like helping out Lem. Side reel is good. Rabia, I'm not sure when I want to start that just yet, and then, I mean, Caster. Caster's awesome. Where's Caster? Caster's table, look at that. I don't know how often you can do it, but still. Nothing more to offer. Well, what the hell, Caster? this thing. The only way to explore it is vertically. Alright. And then the warrants. So, yeah. Where's the compressor club? Yeah, so we've got what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we need like 5 positives. We'll clear that up, but that's lucky. At least we've got the +1 with endure. And then how much? Got a bit of time, but you know the other one's coming. Now how we do with the side room? Oh shit. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, like 14, 16. But I mean, I got a +1 to that, so we want to take advantage of that, right? Go with the strengths. So, I can't give any more to caster for now, so what does this give me? Give me some pay. That's alright. Who wanted Havenage? I can never remember who wanted Havenage. Board exchange? No. Havenage. Tim Ortijas? Havenage. What do I have? I'm gonna do one. Cryo's cryo. That's the TO Express, right? And reviews office. Let me get to infantry yet again stuff anyway. Do I have? I don't have pluses to any of that, so that's where I would toss a 6. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that's where we're gonna leave it. So we will do a cycle here. We'll end the cycle so that way it saves, and we will continue this. We'll do a little Sunday morning breakfast, and ooh, I went 40 minutes over than I planned to. Yeah, it's dinner time. All right, so we got 5s, got 4, a couple 1s. Let's see if there's anything worth hacking. But there it is. Saving. Excellent. So that is going to be it for today. Like I said at the top, I am an Extra Life streamer, and I'm specifically supporting Sick Kids Toronto. They saved my ass a couple times when I was a kid. I had leukemia, acute lymphoblastic leukemia, when I was 2, and I relapsed at 4. Had radiation treatment, lost my hair twice, all the fun stuff. And I'm still around today. This was way back in 82 and 84. No, 83 and 85. I was born in 81. Little quick math there. And I'm still around today. Never stopped playing video games. Learned about Extra Life. Learned that I still like playing video games. And I always knew that. And I'm here, year 6, working with Extra Life, working with Sick Kids Toronto. Best thing I do all year for the last 6 years. It's great. Become an Extra Life streamer. Help Extra Life streamers raise money. Help me raise money. Everything goes right to Sick Kids. I don't make a dime off it, nor do I want to. This is all charity. Yeah, and any questions about that, be sure to reach out to me, Rhythm72 on Twitter, on Instagram, obviously here on Twitch. If you happen to miss a live stream and you want to watch it, I do upload these eventually, well, usually within a few days, right up to YouTube. So the first 2 streams for CitizenSleeper are on there. I think all of my original Spider-Man 2018, no, whenever that came out, the Insomniac Spider-Man, I think all that's still on there. And of course we're going to be playing, I don't have Miles Morales on there, but we are going to be playing Spider-Man 2 in October 20th, can't wait. But that's way in October. We still have this horrible, wretched summer to get through. So we're going to be doing CitizenSleeper. I don't know when CitizenSleeper 2 comes out. I don't know if they've announced the day. They may have. I just haven't looked it up yet. But doesn't matter because I know I'm gonna get it because I love this thing. So I'm anxious to get through this and the DLC. I broadcast off my PS5. It's the only way I can do it without, kind of overhauling my whole computer. And, well, I tried streaming with this computer. It wasn't good enough. It's a 2018 Mac, but it's not a streaming PC or anything, of course. So, but yeah, I just bought a guitar amp, so I'm not gonna be playing guitar. But I can do it from the PS5, which I have. So why would I do anything more? And thankfully, CitizenSleeper came out on console, which is great because I was able to do it. So that's what I did. And so I stream from PS5. Obviously, all your PlayStation exclusives will be played on here, should it be a game that I want to play. Yeah, I never got into Fortnite or Minecraft and stuff like that, so more often than not, I'm not playing the trending popular games. I'm just playing games that I'd be playing anyway, even if I wasn't streaming. And, yeah. If you come by and visit, we can talk. Hopefully I noticed that you are in the chat. I'm still learning how to do that. So yes, anyway, Risen72 on Twitter, on Instagram, obviously here on Twitch, at Risen72 on YouTube. That's how the handles work over there, but just search Risen72, you'll see a logo, A Canadian Plays, or search Extra Life on there. I'm sure my video will come up at some point. But yeah, Risen72 everywhere, even on Threads, but I haven't really looked at that much yet. Any questions about Extra Life, about Sick Kids, about exactly how donating works? You'll also see links to my Extra Life page. You can make donation through there, and I even have a Facebook fundraiser page. That's for Extra Life. It all goes right into Sick Kids Toronto through Extra Life. All of it goes to there. What else? Yeah, any questions you have, if I don't know the answer, I will get you the answer, or where the information is. But yeah, there's also a link to the Sick Kids Foundation page, and through my Extra Life pages, you can just get into Extra Life and take a look at all that. So if you happen across this Extra Life streamer, support, share the links that they spew out. Help me by sharing, at the very least, sharing the links that I spew out on Twitter all the time about all my stuff. And if there's $1, $1,000, whatever you can spare, it goes right to a group of people that need it the most, sick kids. So there you go. I was one. I'm not anymore. Have been for a very long time, and this is just the even better way that I can give back, more than I did previous to these last 6 years. So there we go. So see you tomorrow morning. Probably something around 9 Eastern, 10 Eastern, which is 10 and 11 for me, because I'm over here in the Atlantic. But in and around there, we're going to try out Sunday morning breakfast stream. See how that goes. But yes, I'm watching AEW tonight. I got stuff to do before that happens. And have a great night, everybody. Stay cool if you are in an ungodly hot place. I know I'm in Cape Breton, which is not compared to places like Florida that has serious humidity and all that kind of thing. I know I'm being very wimpy about it, for sure. But I'm a Canadian, and I prefer the cold. So anything above 30 degrees Celsius bothers me. I realize it's nothing compared to so many other places in the world, but this is how I'm climatized, so, I'll deal with it. I'll get through it. I'm doing okay. It's fine. But yeah, so I don't care for the summer. That's alright. Winter is coming. Not to put too, that was a bad pun. Alright, I'm leaving. I'm rambling. So long, everybody.